Those are the favorites right now for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We're only 7 weeks into the season. And at first it looked like it was going to be Jayden Daniels and Malik Neighbors, but Malik Neighbors missed several games with a concussion. Now it's Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams. They have a showdown this weekend at the field formerly known as FedEx. However, we've got an issue with Jayden Daniels' rib. We're going to talk about that in a second. Before we do, though, Rodney, let me just say this, get this out of the way. DraftKings Sportsbook is the number one place to bet touchdowns. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code PFTLive when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. And please bet responsibly, only with money that you are prepared to and able to lose. So I think Jayden Daniels has been spectacular. But I don't know how long he's going to miss with this injury, Rodney. They call it week to week. Any time they call it week to week, I think guys missing at least 1 week.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I think he's been absolutely fantastic, and you just love the maturity of this young man. The one thing that definitely concerns you is that he's a smaller type guy, and you don't want to see him taking those big hits. But to me, this is the story of the NFL. The Bears are 4-2. The Commanders, no one thought, and no one could absolutely say anything. No one thought the Commanders would be 5-2. And it just shows you, man, when you get a young quarterback that does the things the right way, you have an organization that is aligned in one way. What could really happen, man? And really, Caleb, to me, he's getting better. He still holds on to the ball too long, but I think they're doing a better job of playing around him, and that defense is pretty good, Mike.
You know, Caleb Williams had so much hype in the preseason. The first couple of games, the offense didn't live up to it, and he kind of fell off the radar screen in favor of Daniels. But now the Bears have come on, and the offense has gotten better, and it would be great if we see these two guys on the field Sunday. I just think it's going to be a lot for Daniels to play with that rib condition, and I don't know how much or whether they're even willing to do some sort of a pain-killing injection to allow him to play. If it's not him, it's going to be Marcus Mariota. And Mariota ran the offense well last week, but that was against a Panthers team that they were dead before the game even started. Like, you never felt there was a chance from the pick six on the opening drive. You never felt like there was a chance for the Panthers. This is a different one altogether, and this was a game that was moved to late afternoon. It's going to feel old school. It's going to be dark by the time the game's over. The lights are going to be on. Hopefully with whoever they have, the Commanders make it a good game because this is a significant game in an NFC that's still wide open at the top.
Hey, if I'm the Commanders and I have an opportunity to get my young quarterback an extra week of rest, and not have to deal with that Bears defense, I'm giving him an extra week of rest. He gets a chance to sit back. We have a veteran quarterback that can go in there and take care of business. Give him a chance to sit back and get healthy. So now you have him healthy the rest of the season, and now he doesn't get banged up by the Bears, and week to week he's questionable. You want to give, just like I felt like they should have gave Mike Evans an extra week. He was out there. He wasn't 100%. I know it was the Ravens. I know you want to play on Monday night, but you miss a divisional game with the Falcons this week because you want to play too soon. So an extra week of rest, especially to a young quarterback, will never hurt him, Mike.
And you're right about Evans, especially with a hamstring injury. You know how those hamstrings go. I'm sure you've had a soft tissue injury at some point where you think you're healed, and then you go out there and you run full speed, and it grabs, and you're like, oh, now I got to take more time for it to get better. He was in agony on Monday night. They're talking about like 3 weeks he'll be back. That tissue does not heal quickly, and every time you think it's healed, it's not. And for Daniels with that rib, all the motion you have to do to throw the ball, and he's not real thick. He's got he's got a skinny build to him. I've worried about him making it through 17 NFL regular season games since the season started.
Well, especially when you run as much as he runs. And I think he's done a good job at times of avoiding big hits, sliding, getting out of bounds. And he's really good at that. He has great vision and instincts. But at the end of the day, all it takes is one hit. And you never know which defense you're going against. And sometimes guys will say, hey, I'm willing to take a 15-yard penalty just to get a hit on the guy. And sometimes I would do that. I would just go and knock the crap out of a guy, take a penalty because I knew that his ribs or his shoulder was hurt. And it would really send a message, and it would, send that message of intimidation. But these two guys have been fantastic, and it just shows when you get a good young quarterback that has his head on right, that you have a chance, man. The Bears at 4-2 and the Commanders at 5-2. Come on, Mike. You never thought that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.